Alright, today we're going to be looking at Hinoki and Hinoki by Scents of Wood. If you're thinking of buying this fragrance or any others over at fragranceet.com, use the discount code linked in the description below to get 30% off your entire purchase. You'll not only save some money and help support the channel, but you'll also be a huge mensch, which is decidedly more important. There are those fragrances that change your life. You smell them and you're immediately transported to a place or time. Maybe they remind you of something or someone from your past, or maybe they take you someplace entirely new. Either way, once you smell them, you can't get them out of your head, and you'll do absolutely anything, even something as impossibly sleazy as trying to convince people that clone fragrances are just as good as the real thing, just so you can get one more tiny whiff of it. For me, Hinoki and Hinoki is that fragrance. If I had to, gun to my head, choose a favorite fragrance, one that I would wear for the rest of my life, this would be it. Every time I wear this fragrance, I'm transported back to Japan, walking through the Hinoki forest of Fukushima, breathing deep the crisp green air and marveling at the beauty and splendor that surrounds me. But I'm also transported to Japan's onsens, hot spring baths that use Hinoki to craft not only the wooden bathing tubs, but the buildings that have housed them for thousands of years. The open gets right to the point with a green, woody cypress note mixed with some herbal thyme and Peruvian pepper. This open is so clean and fresh, almost lemony, but never too harsh or over the top. It's light and springy like a Jack-in-the-Box curly fry, the greatest of all curly fries. I'll hear no alternative or dissenting opinions on this matter. The middle keeps the green woods feeling alive with cedar and clove leaf, adding some warmth and depth to the fragrance. The combination gives it a slightly smoky feel that always reminds me of sitting in those Hinoki tubs in Japanese onsens, the hot mineral-rich spring water soaking into my body, warming me to my core and washing away my many, many sins. The base offers up a bed of green moss, powdery cashmere, and a resinous olibanum that envelops the fragrance in yet another warm, woody blanket. Like listening to Frank Black's seminal Teenager of the Year album, each song flowing perfectly into the next, complementing what came before it, but also setting up what's next to come, until it finally crescendos with Pie in the Sky, such a huge curtain call of an ending. And that's what this fragrance is, each note placed in exactly the right place, flowing effortlessly into the next until you're left with this incredible feeling of comforting warmth. Presentation is a thing of beauty. The matte chocolate brown bottle with a gold nameplate and a heavy gold cap make this one you'll want to put front and center on your shelf. The atomizer gives you a strong, even spray that would make its mama proud. Like the Hinoki wood itself, the fragrance is durable and able to stand up to the elements. It has solid longevity in both warm and cold weather, lasting 8 to 9 hours on my skin with very good projection for the first 2 hours. Is this going to get you compliments? The Zen philosopher Bashu once said, "A flute with no holes is not a flute, and a person who wears fragrances for compliments can't be trusted around the livestock." He was a funny guy. Final thoughts? This is one of those rare fragrances that works year-round and feels new and exciting in different seasons. As a daytime fragrance, it's bold and invigorating, and as a nighttime fragrance, it's warm and seductive. Christ almighty, this one does it all.